Peace and harmony are the building blocks of any society, and it is only if there is peace and harmony in a country will there be growth and development. Peace and development are therefore intertwined, and for proper development and prosperity to be achieved in our country, then we have to inculcate a culture of peace and peaceful coexistence in our communities. Article 138(1) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 details the principle of national security, and it states as follows. National security is the protection against internal and external threats to Kenyans' territorial integrity and sovereignty. It is people. The right, freedom. The committee acknowledge and understand that national security is a function of the national government, but coordinating and propagating for peace coexistence among our warring communities will not be a violation of the Constitution and the set laws that advocate for the same. As the famous quote by Martin Luther King goes, violence is impractical because it is a descending spiritual ending in destruction for all.
Wajir Peace and Development Agency is an NGO, an organization that was formed in 1994-1993 when Wajir County was embroiled in clan conflicts. Some of the founders of the organizations are sitting here with us up below. He has done a tremendous job on matters peace and security in Wajir County. He's a veteran. We are currently doing a cross-border program that is funded by Adam Smith, and we call that program the Resunag. We have partners from the Resunag, and the reason why Wajir Peace and Development Agency is very much interested in this bill and also the policy is that we were the pioneers of this peace policy and the peace bill. When I was in high school, I know Abdullah will tell us the history of this bill, was that it started in 2001. And it was started by Wajir Peace and Development Agency and National Steering Committee, NSC, at that time. But that time, we were not focusing on the regional or the county level, but we were focusing on the national level. We wanted to have a bill that represents the voices and the concerns of the peace builders, a guide that will help the peace builders also to do or advance peace issues. Currently, Wajir Peace has an interest now in this bill because of that background, because of our core business being peace building, our core mandate being peace building. But currently, we are doing cross-border program, and when we do cross-border program, we have interest that we want to advance in this bill. As you all know, and I think most of you, because I see Mheshimiwa Salat from Ghorof Harar, he understands borderlands better than many of us, because he's the person who understands the border issues. Border issues are different from what we're experiencing in Wajir. So because of the uniqueness, because of the issues and challenges that the border communities experience, we say it is good and wise to capture their views and interests in this bill. Many of you will say that why is border important? What is the difference between people who are in Wajir town and those who are coming from the border localities. So as I said, the history is that when this bill was drafted, the people who are driving that agenda have not collected the views and the interests of the borderland communities. So we said, while the public participation was ongoing, the borderland communities have been left out. And it's not only in this bill, but all the developmental bills ranging from health, security, education, all the bills that the County Assembly of Wajir have enacted has no borderland perspectives. So it's, we can say it's a borderline blinded. So what we said is that we need to capture now the aspirations and also the views of the border communities. That is the reason why WPDA developed an interest and try now to convince the members of the County Assembly of Wajir. I know they have done a quite good job. They have been busy for the last 3 weeks trying to undertake public participation. And courtesy of the Dresonak project, we said, if you're doing the public participation, why can't we also try to hear the unique things in the borderlands? Because of the issues of the borderlands that exist, the bill, the general bill that takes care of the interests of Wajir cannot be a general also bill for the borderlands. We need some aspects of inclusion in this bill. That is the genesis of why we have this meeting. So, and I want to congratulate and also thank this committee chaired by my brother here, Aden.
Hassan Ali, representing the Rusunak project. Generally, the Rusunak project is a Kenya, Somalia, Ethiopia borderlands project. And as the name suggests, the Rusunak generally, in the local context, or in English, it is creating good neighborhoodness. So the project is funded by FCDO. It's a 3-year project. And the grant was awarded to 3 consortium organizations, one called Advancement International, DRC, that's the Danish Refugee Council, and another one called RUSI, which is more of a research component. So the project, the major goal of this project is to improve peace and stability and strengthen socio-economic status of the cross-border communities. The project in Kenya targets 4 counties that have border with Somalia and Ethiopia. The first one being Lamu, Garissa, Wajir, and Mandera. Now the reason being that these counties have links with the Kenya, Somalia, and Ethiopia borders. So these are cross-border locations. And therefore the project majorly targets those communities that are in the cross-border areas. Now the project is implemented through local organizations. One of them being Wajir Peace that is hosting us today. We have APID. We have RDI. We have a local one called Warai, Worthy Vision, and Warda. Those are the 6 organizations that the project is implementing the project through.
Mheshimiwa, the Deputy Chair, and our very able members of the County Assembly. And I'm grateful, first and foremost, the majority of the County Assembly members, attendees here are women. That means kesho tukiform committees wa mama ndio wanafaa kuwa mbele, si ndio? If you're attending the meetings, later on ni lazima ikuwe ni wao pia wako at the forefront. Sasa, my name is Khadija, as introduced earlier. I'm the Jesse advisor for the Riswanag. The Riswanag, I think, is the first project of its kind where 50% of the investment has to actually go to Matters Jesse. And part of Jesse is not just matters women, it's matters localizing issues. Whatever we are doing, we have to ensure we are localizing. So one of the biggest concerns I had when I looked at this bill was that till now we are yet to localize this bill from an FCDC regional bill to one that speaks particularly to the Wajir County context. What does Wajir County want when it comes to peace? What do our able waheshimiwas see to be the challenges in the landscape of peace, and what kind of policy recommendations come from this county to ensure that when I open this policy piece, the first thing I see is sections and articles that address the needs of this particular county. When you first open this bill, it speaks to FCDC. Brilliant, we are part and parcel of this regional socioeconomic bloc, but internally anakawadibatana haisavan kamna somahan. Kila mtu anajua kunguni walio kitandani mwake. Shida tulionao Wajir as a community from the four corners of this county need to be addressed. We need to understand when we are forming community level committees, talking about forming village level committees, and I'm very grateful that this came out. My brother below here will address in his presentation. It came out in the recommendations from the community, and we are hoping that we'll be able to now move forward with ensuring the legal parameters to set up such institutions. Part of how such establishments support you as Mheshimiwa or you as a county director for matters peace is resource mobilization. Our NGO wanapewa pesa mingi mambo ya peace, ndio? Tunaonanga continuity. Kila committee kiformiwa sinaisha. 5 years later, do we still see that committee that was capacitated? No. There's no institutional memory. So what we are hoping this peace policy will do is establish institutional memory so that 5 years from now when you come back, these committees that they formed are still continuing, they're still functioning, and they're still, running the way they're supposed to run. And part of ensuring that is ensuring how are they housed, where are they housed, because we don't see that addressed also in the bill. And those are some of the questions I'm hoping will be raised today.
I'm glad that we have got another opportunity, and I thank the organizers for this, that we are able to gather here again and scrutinize this peace building and conflict management bill for Wajir County. And I think this has been a very long overdue issue. It's unfortunate that we are one among the initiators of the peace policy and the bill, but the counties which are outside Northeastern, who are greatly affected by conflict issues, have already enacted this bill. In the FCDC region, as we speak, we have Turkana County, which has enacted the bill. We have West Pokot County, which have also enacted this particular bill, and Lamu County. So far, we have 3 out of the 10 FCDC counties. So it shows how the seriousness they have portrayed in advancing matters, peace and security. Given that our region is volatile, ranging from resource-based conflicts, from violence extremisms, and from communal violence. And the initiators, while we are grappling with this document for almost all those years, those who have learned from us have already went a step ahead and enacted this document, and they have a binding legal framework that is in place and working for them. They are not working in tandem. There's a lot of mistrust, a lot of suspicion among our elders. Forget about the women, inclusion, and the youth. Even the elders themselves are pulling apart. Okay, I think that we need to say the truth. Okay, as the county directorate and the technical staff who deal with these issues on a daily basis, one of the great challenges that we face is that these elders are the one who call the shots. No one appoints them, no one nominates them, no one have checks and balances on them. So they run the show like their own businesses. I'm sorry to say this. And sometimes they overshadow even the grassroots elders. At the ward level, at each locality, we have elders. We have people who are wisdom and who are able to sort out their issues at that particular basic level, at the village level. But unfortunately, and the elders and the gatekeepers at the headquarters always want to be ferried from Wajir town to the farthest end of the localities. And I think as honorable members who have seriously looked at this document,